Today's breakfast is Greek salad, corn, and Romanesco broccoli with the green gross juice, carrot juice, and cantaloupe for dessert. James is going to be talking about Russia, so I suppose you may as well start.
Yeah, okay, so this, along with pictures, back material, and front material, over 1,000 pages. So it's called A People's Tragedy, the Russian Revolution, 1891 to 1924. It's, so, you know, it actually is talking about two revolutions, the one in 1905, 1906, and then the one that's, the two actually, well, it's about three. The two that happened in 1917. One really, the second one wasn't a revolution, it was just a coup. And this guy's straight on that. So his name is Orlando Figes, something like that. And it's got a huge whack of pictures. I think it's like 64 pages of pictures. That's pretty impressive. And maybe 100 pictures scattered on those pages. And, you know, the spoiler alert, the pictures are not necessarily for the Swedish. I mean, there's pictures of white reactionaries hanging people, and then one picture should have said "Danger, Communists at Work." So they're torturing someone that they've captured. I'm not going to mention what they were doing. It was a variety of different things. And people are a bunch of bullshies, a bunch of commies are sitting around looking, approving. I don't think they're smiling, but they're kind of, yeah, there's a bunch of danger communists at work, and they still exist, they're still out there, and you put them in positions of power, they'll be doing similar things to any variety of people, not just people that who are their titular enemies, because enemies of the people ultimately end up even being members of their own group, right? Really, it's enemies of the Vozhd, which is Russian kind of like for leader. And what is the German for the, Führer. So yeah, if the Führer doesn't like you, you're an enemy of the people. It doesn't matter if you've been his buddy up to the very last minute, your very last minute. And at any rate, People's Tragedy, it's kind of like a tragic comedy because these guys were so bozoish and incompetent. You know, they got a picture of Maxim Gorky, who was a revolutionary, at least the left wing. His adopted last name was Gorky, means bitter, right? And you can see there's a picture of him, I think it's taken in 1917 or 1980. He's looking really bitter. He realized it was the revolution wasn't even going sideways. It wasn't anything like the utopia that he stupidly dreamed up and stuff like that. Now, the weird thing is, you know, like this 1917, 1980, he's criticizing this stuff. He was in the West. He was allowed a certain measure of freedom to speak even inside of Russia. And you got all sorts of stupid, useful idiots, that's Lenin's term for, like George Bernard Shaw coming in and visiting the Soviet Union and extolling it, you know, like praising it almost to the skies and stuff like that. So they should have been listening to Maxim Gorky, who kind of knew a little bit about the society and the bozos who had an anti-social revolution, the anti-social Democrats, as I call them. Guys like Trotsky, you know, and he's a social democrat, right? Well, Lenin was a social democrat until he's kind of split from him. But Trotsky was a social democrat, a Menshevik too. What a loser! And if anything, he was more rabid than Lenin. Stunning. It makes you want to, if you're a social democrat, just lose the social part of the name. Absolutely shameful. You Trotsky out there, get lost. You know, find another world to rule. You know, head to the moon or something like that. But the guy was stunning. You know, like he ran the war machine for the Soviets. Well, I should say the Bolsheviks, because the Bolsheviks were actually against the Soviets. The Soviets existed were in power before the Bolsheviks were in, and the Bolsheviks basically subverted it. But yeah, Trotsky is amazing, so he's running a war economy, and running things on, and it was things like if you started to desert, you were going to get shot, right? That's just the way Trotsky handled things. Well, then he said, let's apply this to industry. So if you're a saboteur, or if you're just not meeting your quotas, well, you're going to get maybe not even sent to Siberia. You're going to get shot. That's Trotsky. So, yeah, that's a social democrat back then for you. Wow, that's amazing. And he was a Menshevik, until he decided to join the Bolsheviks. What a useless puke. Anyway, this book is full of all sorts of stuff like that. I don't think of Figgis as being a crazy Newt Gingrich type. Maybe he is. He just deduces a lot of detail, and there looks to be a lot of pretty solid stuff backing him up. Hey, how's it going? Well, what we're doing is
recording.
we're just doing a
I'll
book
just
review.
turn it off.